Who is at the Mayoral Imbizo to give us a sense of some of the outcomes that have come from there. Karinda, what do you have?
Certainly. Good afternoon. Well, it's been a day of listening to various residents speak about their various concerns. One of the main concerns here is access to water, as well as electricity, sewage issues, crime and employment, but really echoing a lot of the issues that residents across the city are facing. Now, answering to the residents is Mayor Mxolisi Kaunda. Sir, thank you so much for your time to join us now. Again, we see residents here concerned about various service delivery challenges. Specifically here in Fulweni, what is the issue and what are you going to do next to help them?
Yes, our coming here to a Fulweni area was our initiative to respond to the challenges that the council have been reporting. We've been working on those challenges, especially water challenges. The area has got a challenge of water supply because we understand that there is a challenge with the southern aqueduct, which comes from the southern part of the area, which only one main line is working. We're supposed to be having two. So that project, it is being attended to by the municipality. It is going to cost around R1 billion. So there is work. Designs have been completed. So now we're about to appoint the construction company to start working on that. But the other interventions which we've identified is that the tie-in that we are doing in the area of Malugazi, where we'll be taking out Y section from Umlazi and Malugazi area to be supplied through the pipe that will be connected from Isipingo. That will also unlock some of the challenges that we are faced with in this area. So we'll be able to fill the reservoir called H section reservoir. That reservoir supplies directly in Zimbini area and the Efolweni. So it's important for us to expedite those challenges. But the other intervention, Umngeni Water have constructed their reservoir, which is done now, is ready at Eston. Then we are also constructing our reservoir where we'll be able to abstract water from that reservoir of Eston to Adams Mission reservoir, which will be completing in November this year. So all these interventions are intended to change the situation that the community is faced with. In the meantime, we are mitigating through water tankers that are deployed in the area to service communities. But in some instances, when the dams are full, then the community is able to get water.
So we've been following you throughout these various Imbizos at a ratepayers meeting very recently, and it seems that all residents are extremely upset about service delivery issues. Are you concerned about what you're hearing here and the impact it might have on you politically?
Yes, there is a progress that we are making to change the lives of the people for the better. I've just reported in this meeting the roads that we've constructed from gravel to surface road. We are doing many things, but challenges are always there because those challenges require us as a city working with communities and business to address them. But we are deploying resources. Hence, we bought new fleet of water tankers so that we stop the hiring of water tankers from the private service providers, so that we can take that money and redeploy that money and reallocate it to service the infrastructure of eThekwini, because we've been spending more than 100 million rands per annum hiring 55 trucks. Now we have our own 55 trucks, so that money will then be relocated to deal with the infrastructural challenges. These challenges are as a result of the increase of population, the households in the areas that we are servicing. Our infrastructure is no longer coping, so we need to expand these services so that we are able to respond to our needs of the people.
Just lastly, while the Fulweni residents have left with some hope, nearby the Westville Ratepayers Association and others say they're not going to pay rates or divert their funds until their demands are met. You say you'll meet with them in 2 weeks to discuss this, but so far, what's your thought on the fact that they want an oversight board between residents and the city to look at the issues you've raised?
I clarify the matter of the board. We do have the board that look at valuations of properties. So you don't need a new board. But all what you need is the collaboration, because if they decide to withhold rates, it is unlawful. You can't just do it, because we bill each and every resident as per the household. We don't bill the Ratepayers Association. So it's important for people to work with us. We went there to Westville. We are going there next week. Not in 2 weeks. Next week we'll be going back there to give responses on the issues that they've raised, because we want to persuade them that they must work with us. It can't be us and them. syndrome, but it is us as the collective, as the community of eThekwini, that will work together to resolve the challenges. So there are challenges in the city, but there is also a good progress that we are making. We are building houses in this community. We are responding to many social developmental needs of this community. It doesn't mean that when there is a challenge of water, we are not building houses. There is a challenge of water on this side, but there is business continuity in terms of responding to the needs of our communities so that we change their lives for the better.
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for your time. Mr. Mxolisi Kaunda speaking about the various issues Folweni residents are facing, but we know there's also an apparent boycott or protest, as it's being called, and answers with regards to that will be given in the next 2 weeks. So we'll look out for it and keep following these Imbizos.